So let's put the freeze situation aside. Matt Luke, you mentioned him. His first press conference was just a few days ago. Matt Luke is a guy that was one of Ole Miss's top offensive linemen and captain from 1995 to 98, a player that I remember well as being a leader on that team. And who would have known that 20-some years later, he's the head coach at his alma mater under trying circumstances, but still a tremendous opportunity for him. And what are your impressions? I know it's very early, but based on his appearance at the podium and what you've seen thus far.
I thought he did a tremendous job. I just thought he was asked uncomfortable questions, you know, about freeze, you know, when did you know about this, or what, you know, how did the meeting go, you know, the gory little details. But for the most part, he answered honestly, and then really tried to focus on you know, his team, you know, and moving forward with his team. And one thing interesting, you know, that you're alluding to was when Matt Luke was a player at Ole Miss, 95 to 98, he was a 3-year starting center, and the program was facing, you know, sanctions. And so he's kind of in a unique position, you know, that he can be a coach and can say, hey, I've been through this too, you know, and I've stuck here and I love this school. And, you know, I saw yesterday, he said at the close of, I guess, their workouts, before they come back next week to start practice, he said, everybody wants to think, you know, I'm just lucky to be here. And I mean, while he is, and he expressed that in the press conference, what he said is, I've been a player or a coach here for 14 years, you know, and I think it's obvious his love for Ole Miss. But I think that, you know, if anybody thinks he's just going to look at this like interim until whoever the real guy comes, I think they might be a little bit surprised, because I think Matt's going to make a run for the position. I think he will. And I think that, you know, the early signing period now in December, that changes things a lot, because, you know, the people who want to say, well, you know, let's get, you know, Les Miles, let's be crazy, you know, Les Miles or Chip Kelly or whoever, you know, what they don't think is by the time the season ends in November for Ole Miss, early signing period this year is December. And so, I mean, I just think if Matt does a good job this season, and then, you know, you got to factor in what sanctions may or may not come down from the Committee on Infractions, I really wouldn't be surprised to see Matt step in and take over.